But it seems like we're already kicking it off here on ASDF, Tobe versus Godlike. If my keyboard would switch.
Good for the shock. Actually, they're both going for the shock. Actually, I think it was Godlike managed to get that away from Tobe. Yeah, what have their form been like in this deck?
Godlike's had tremendous hit scan aim, as you'd expect for a 2k4 player. Tobe has been thinking outside the box crazy against Dylan on solo especially, and showing that aggressive, you know, UT9 play that you'd expect from Tobe.
He's going to get this first armor. Godlike's actually going to pick up the armor. Tobe's actually down to 25 HP. He needs to retreat and stack up because all he's got underneath that is the helmet. Not really looking too good on weapons either at the minute.
No. Tobe did struggle on ASDF against Dylan actually. Dylan actually went 20-0 against him on this map.
Well, this is one of the worst maps for if you get map block on this. The rotation on the spawns is just so easy to rack up, you know, 5 or 6 kills in a row. It can become quite brutal.
It's very true, unless you know actually how to avoid your enemy correctly. Like me and Dylan can go on this map and literally play 1-0 games on it. It all depends on your play style as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Tobe actually making the right choice there. He didn't contest for the belt. He stayed around. He only had 50 health, so he picked up the second armor. He's actually managed to get him back to a relatively comfortable stack at the minute, so he should be able to engage and try and take some of this away from Godlike. Both quite cautious at the start. They're kind of
very, very cautious. I mean, not a single frag being had yet, and Godlike taking a lot of damage.
Flagpole, yeah. Down to 15 armor. Still got 125 HP, but Tobe now seems he's going to push in. But Godlike, nice defensive rockets there.
Can't link it up with the sniper rifle though. But
Belt is coming in 3 seconds. Tobe, is he going to come and challenge for this? He is. He's down to 50 HP. Is Godlike being able to get this? He is going to pick it up. Tobe retreating with 50 HP. Let's see what's going to... And he's going to go straight for the armor with a little hammer jump up there. Godlike again. But that's what I mean. It's so easy to put in a map rotation with the power-ups, and straight away there Tobe's on the back foot again after seeming to have won that encounter at first.
Indeed, I mean, just mispositioning. I think he escaped from the situation a little bit too early, but that one rocket, that defensive rocket, really pushed him out of the equation, and he was forced to make a quick escape. But at least he hasn't given away a frag yet, because Godlike has had the majority of the control.
Oh, Godlike taking a full flak from behind, and Tobe actually going to pick up the armor as well. 21 HP on Tobe and 14 on Godlike.
How it switched
Tobe
around.
Going to retreat away. Tobe was just lurking down there by the health packs near the helmet, and Godlike had no idea. He just creeped up right behind him and flacked him.
Oh, good combo.
Nice combo there from Tobe as well.
Yeah.
Looks like they're gonna contest this belt. Tobe is gonna pick it up. Godlike needs to get out of there, but Tobe is gonna get the first kill 3 minutes in here. Let's see if we can do here with the spawn. Godlike with a nice shield away from that shot core that would have been devastating if he'd have connected with that combo.
Indeed, it would have done. But going for the risky bio rifle, but the bio
he
is chasing.
Connects with some. Tobe down to 50 HP, having to run away. He does pick up the thigh pads when he's retreating. Godlike wisely going and getting some health.
Yeah, doing a big bit of damage actually there, even though it wasn't a fully charged bio, but maybe some following bio actually caught up with him, perhaps.
Oh, nice combo from Godlike there. Didn't do a lot of damage actually. It looked as if that had done more damage. But Tobe picking up that armor.
Yeah.
Only got 28 armor left though. 77 HP underneath that.
Ooh,
29 HP left on Godlike. Yep, Tobe gonna shut him down and pick up those side pads as well. And he looks like he's gonna get this belt as well. He does. He picks up the belt.
Yeah, 100 armor's coming up right about now, and Tobe should be able to secure it quite easily. So really, Godlike has to find some room here with some picking, with some sniper rifle, just to chip away at all that armor control that Tobe has. And he's just not giving him the space to do it at the moment, and Tobe's just going to hold that top ground, surely, when he picks up that 50.
But both players quite cautious. I mean, Tobe is picking the right times to engage. He's falling back when he needs to, not necessarily chasing down the kill, prioritising the power-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, Godlike actually going to connect with that combo there. That's done a bit of damage, but Tobe does pick up the armor. But full flat going on to Tobe there. 17 HP, 26 on Godlike, and he is going to retreat.
Oh, any hit will just switch this around right about now. Like, that shield belt's up now, and I don't think Tobe's going to be able to commit to it. He's trying to run for it.
Oh, but he does connect with that combo. Takes belt straight down to 62 on Godlike. So not really worthwhile going for it if you look at the armor stack that he's just lost. But Tobe having to retreat away from that armor, that's going to be fairly crucial if Godlike can get a kill here. Yeah. Tobe just lurking on those back health pads. I'm not sure. Godlike seems to know where he is, but he doesn't seem to want to push that in.
I don't think he knows. I mean, this is the second time that Tobe has done that very similar play, just outbraining his opponent, playing it really slow and utilising, like, just having a better sense of how the sound works in the game, I feel. And, you know, he just stood there. He's done it twice with that blinding flak cannon he did earlier on. Yeah. And now he's landed a nice combo there, Godlike. He's got no armor here now, Tobe. Running very low, chasing down with the rockets. Godlike, can he find more connections here? No,
oh, nice defensive flak there from Tobe. And Tobe's actually going to go straight down for the shield belt. Is he going to be able to pick this up? This will be fairly crucial if he does. He does pick up the shield belt.
Takes up a direct rocket, though, almost losing half of it, or if not more.
Again, Godlike not actually coming out too badly. He's actually got a better stack than Tobe, even though he didn't get the belt there.
Right. Just manages to avoid that shot combo. But the 100 armor's coming up, and he's going to miss it because of that good shot play from Tobe there. Forcing him out, he has to go pick up the 50 instead. And now he's...
sensible decision from Godlike though, that was the right time to fall back.
Good sniper shot coming in.
Up the top here. Again, Tobe down to 46 health, 21 armor. There's absolutely no difference in their stack really, if you consider the power-up control.
Tobe waiting for the next 100, but it's not up just yet, and I think we're going to get a steal from Godlike, but he's low. It's going to be risky.
He's going to push in with those rockets. Can he pick this up?
He will do that impact hammer, but the shield belt is coming up now. He's going to try and risk it. It comes up just in time for Tobe. And Godlike has to be careful here. He's 26 HP. He may have a lot of armor, but it's not going to help him if he takes a direct hit from anything right now.
I think Tobe is going to try and chase him down here. But Tobe actually down to 79 health. Godlike connected with a really nice sniper shot through the gap there. Tobe pushing in. Godlike needs to get out of there and get some health quickly. 9 health.
Oh my god, the superb sniper shot and also the superb air rocket from Tobe. Double KO coming out from both players. And now, it seems like Godlike has got the better spawn. Getting that 100 armor, knocking Tobe down from health. And he just needs to find a shot here. Oh, misses that clutch shot to the helmet.
Oh, and he misses that one as well. That would have been perfect there. If Godlike could have shut that down and got a kill straight away off the spawn, that would have been perfect for... Oh, it nearly connected to that combo as well. Tobe down to 65 HP. He is running. He's going to go straight towards those healths.
Yeah. It's funny when you miss, it's like you're missing the easy shots, but he's hitting all the hard ones.
Oh, Tobe with a nice rocket through the gap there to the shot rifle, connecting directly with Godlike, bringing him down to 20 HP.
Just 2 frag game, 1 minute 40 left. Tobe still has that lead, has the armor control, has the shield about 125 HP, and is looking to come in behind Godlike now. He's just going to rush the equation.
Tobe just needs to run the clock down now. He doesn't actually need to push in here. But Godlike going to take down Tobe.
Wow.
Tobe with a nice spawn. He can actually escape here and run down a bit of time on the clock. And as he is, he's hanging around by the stinger. He's going to challenge him for these. Oh, Godlike with a nice combo there. Tobe trying to push in for the thigh pads, but...
You were right though. He should have played for the time. He should have escaped rather than getting greedy on that top frag. I mean, the first entry rocket that Godlike did on that lift jump was the pivotal change there. And then he was able to land in 3 more rockets to the face, essentially. I mean, the location wasn't great for Tobe to be fighting on the top there in such a narrow area. Yeah, he took the risk, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. And now it's a tied game, 40 seconds left, and we could be seeing an overtime here, which will be the first time we've seen today.
Because, and interestingly enough, Godlike has picked up the shield bell going into this last 30 seconds, which he could technically push in, but again, if you look at Tobe's health stack, again, he hasn't got that much of an advantage, even though he has got the shield belt. He's leveled it up a bit now that he's got 100 HP.
Yeah, I mean, if you secure some vials, then you're pretty much equal. If you're against a shield belt like Godlike, but Godlike's doing the sneaky play from behind, doesn't quite connect so well with that flat cannon, only doing minimal damage, trying to steal away the 100 armor away from his opponent. And the shield belt is coming up soon. He dives straight into Tobe's flat, narrowly misses, but now he's going to play it a little bit aggressively here.
They're very early actually for the shield belt. And again, this shield belt down here, if you're not right down there as it spawns, Tobe actually going to pick up the kill. As I was just about to say, pushing in at the wrong time for the shield belt, if you're early, you're so exposed down in that area.
Yeah, that was the crucial play there. I mean, I was just about to mention, like, are they going to be there for that next shield belt when it gets to the overtime state? And way too early there, way too early from Godlike, and it just gave that positional control for Tobe to actually get that first map underway. And Godlike did a superb job of actually catching up to those 2 frags at that particular point anyway. Just really unlucky that he just didn't position himself outside of the 100 armor. That's where I would have positioned myself. Like, it just makes more sense. As soon as you're in that pit, you just get locked down and eliminated straight away.
I mean, next map solo should be. I hear Tobe had a pretty good game against Dylan earlier, which Dylan managed to steal away from him. So it should be interesting to see this one. Tobe, definitely my favourite going into this one.
Definitely. I mean, actually, Godlike beat me on this map before, and
I've played him a couple of times on this, and he is actually a lot better on this than he is on ASDF.
I think so too, actually. I think so too. I don't think he's got the aggression quite down on ASDF so well. I mean, it's a lot more close-ranged ASDF anyway. But solo's more hit scan based, I find. And as you can see by that Tobe headshot, getting the first point of the game already before the 100 armors have even spawned.
Godlike shouldn't be pushing in there. Tobe definitely with positional advantage, knocking him down to 13 HP, and Godlike needs to retreat and get some weapons and some health back.
Yep. Definitely does, and Tobe is not actually going to go for the frag. Instead, he favoured just getting the armor control down rather than trying to eliminate Godlike. And now Godlike is forced out of the shield belt, essentially.
He would have known. He would have known that he'd done a lot of damage to him there, so he didn't necessarily need to force it. Godlike would have been on the back foot. Gave Tobe the time now to come up, challenge for that belt at the right time, and a nice rocket there from Tobe, retreating back out. But Tobe actually coming down to 77 HP off that engagement.
Yeah,
but does manage to pick up the armor and the thigh pad straight after, so negating the damage that he did take.
Indeed, and you don't really want to challenge when Tobe's already stacked up, even on 77 HP with all those weapons. And Godlike backed out pretty quickly out of the situation, gave up the 100 armor, but doing some good work with that flat cannon from long range, spamming it out. Trying to move in with the rockets, and he does so successfully. Tobe securing another 100 armor and the 50. And now what can Godlike do to get back in this game? Is really...
I mean, again, it's another one where, as you can see what Tobe's doing, is basically the pads and the armor, they're so close to each other that you can take one, you can be at the next one within 5 seconds, and it makes it so easy to time and control both those power-ups.
It's almost a double-edged sword, though, as well, because it makes you very predictable in the fact of the way you control. And at a very high level, when we saw Dylan play, he utilised that advantage. Like, when he was out of control, Dylan waited at the 50 knowing that he was going to go 100 then 50, and then he landed perfect combos on Tobe every time when that happened. Because that's what you'd expect to do. Like, most maps, you just like 150, lock down the map, go on a frag spree. But when you played against Dylan, he'd be waiting for you to make those moves, and he would land in some big damage, so defeating your stack entirely.
I mean, you see a lot of players that kind of baiting items, and that's the way to do it. If you're not near the other item, if they're both timed together, you can kind of push in. You can know when to attack. So picking up another kill here, going 4 up. Only 3 minutes in, so much quicker start than the last map.
Definitely, and Godlike really needs to find some space. He needs to actually get some picking damage, really. Play a distance game right about now. Instead, he's moving in close every time and just getting eliminated by these rockets. And really, I would play it so far back right now, and just like try and steal a 50 rather than going for the hundreds.
Yeah.
Just don't risk it so early on. It's such a pain in the ass when you're 5 frags down with 6 minutes left.
Godlike actually connecting with 2 nice flaks there. I mean, that first one actually took Tobe right down to about 50 HP, so that was as good a flak as any. Again, Tobe here is just going to push back in at the right time for the... Oh, Godlike with a nice aggressive flak push there around the corner.
Or you could just do that, I suppose. Dive in with flak.
Oh,
Nicely done.
Both players going down. Armor is going to spawn. The spawn's going to favour Tobe. Tobe's going to slip back in there and get that flat cannon and the armor.
Shield belt's coming up very shortly. Tobe's in position for it, but is he going to get forced off of it? I think he might. No, he manages to pick it up.
Nice steal. Nice steal from Godlike. They managed to primary shock Tobe twice to pick that up. And Tobe again, just lurking around that corner. Have you got X-ray on?
I do now.
If you notice, Tobe was just very wisely just waiting behind there, and Godlike knew where he was, but he didn't know which side he was going to peek back out of. But again, not exposing yourself when you've got low health like that, and forcing obviously Godlike to retreat as well. I mean, Tobe still, he needs to pick up some health. He's got 44 health, and yeah, there we go. Godlike shutting him down from distance.
Yeah, really nice sniper shot as well. Just literally taking off his ankle. And now Godlike is actually in charge of the map. Tobe playing it nice and slow and safe, and Godlike knows
you can see him.
Yeah,
you can see on the X-play there. He heard the water. He was expecting to see him come out. I mean, if he'd have stayed for another second or so, he would have seen him.
Yeah. Decided maybe he moved on, went out the other way, but he wants to secure that shield belt.
Nowhere. Yeah, Tobe nowhere for that. He didn't even come and contest. I don't know what weapons he's got, but you can see now he's waiting on those thigh pads. He's just playing time at the minute, it seems.
I love Tobe's play, man. He's so smart. Like, he always utilises the sound really, really well.
I mean, he did that a lot in UT1 as well. You'd quite often find him, because obviously in UT1 the main feature was that if you were walking or crouching, you didn't make any step sounds. Yeah. And you'd quite often hear Tobe lurking in a corner somewhere waiting for a vial to be picked up or anything, just to give him an indication of where the opponent was on the map. Godlike with two great sniper shots there, though. Yeah. Kind of off kilter, he was coming off the lift, but Tobe connected with a nice rocket there as well, actually.
That was incredibly nice rocket. Good prediction shot.
Tobe going to push in here, try and contest for this, but Godlike is going to shut him down, and that's 4 minutes left, and we've actually got a tie game here.
Oh, Godlike shouldn't go in there.
He definitely shouldn't, but at least he's seen it. He's got timing on it.
I was a little bit worried there that he risked his entire game there at that point. One shot, it was 3 HP, and he pushed onto the belt. Gave an opportunity for Tobe to actually land some damage. And switch the controller.
Even just being visible.
Yeah. Like, I would have gone straight to the 25s in a safe way, not even crossed that path. But, you know, he's given up that shield belt, but he's actually done some damage to Tobe.
I think he's done really well to bring this back. It was kind of 3 minutes where it was unanswered from Tobe. He had quite good map control.
Yeah. It's that hit scan aim really kicking into gear, really, at those pinnacle points. But then again, it was that flak, double flak, that really changed the pace of the game. Didn't expect it. You know, when you get those huge close range flaks, it does turn a game around sometimes, and this is case in point.
Players kind of trading off damage there, doing very similar damage to each other. There's going to be a confrontation over this belt here. Godlike is going to nip in and take it, but he needs to get out of there straight away. Tobe shutting him down with 2 nice flak balls. Tobe not really taking any damage at all.
No, and now,
again shutting him down with a nice double flak.
Tobe getting the lead.
This is it again.
Oh, Godlike trying to play aggressive with that flak cannon, pushes onto the 100 armor and gets rejected with a sort of combo and primary hit. Not really an actual combo, otherwise it would have killed him, but getting a bit lucky. Oh,
nice flak ball from Godlike there, though. I mean, what's crucial there is he saw straight away Godlike made the right choice to push in when he did, and Godlike actually getting very lucky with a link kill there. As I was saying, Godlike making the right decision, because if he didn't contest for that armor, it was as good as over.
Oh my god, did you see how dirty that rocket was? That was a sniper shot from across the map from Tobe. Brilliant prediction in the face of Godlike.
Yeah, that shut me up.
Yeah. I mean, that would shut anybody up. I would have keyboard slammed at that point.
I can't even remember what I was saying, but it obviously wasn't important. Not as important as that rocket.
That was a fantastic rocket. That was superb. When Godlike just brought back the control after some really aggressive link play, Tobe is able to switch the setting around with a lovely prediction rocket from across the map. And yeah, he's managed to keep his lead, which Godlike managed to actually score back not so long ago, and now Tobe has to play it safe, play for the time, and play for that 100 armor, which is that now.
Yeah, I mean, technically with the stack he's got, with a minute left, he doesn't actually need to contest all that much for the power-ups. I mean, even if Godlike gets the power-ups, as long as Tobe kind of keeps the distance, he doesn't even need to push in. You see Tobe here, eating a big combo though, bringing him down to 100 HP, he's lost that full stack. 50 seconds left. Godlike is going to pick up that last belt. Again, he's got 3 kills to make up in 45 seconds. It's possible, but it's a tall order against Tobe.
Yep. It's hard to catch up on these lifts as well. I mean, if you're going the lift route, you need to think a way to cut him off, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody goes up above you first, there's no way you can catch up.
I mean, you can see Tobe here on the X-ray. He's just one corner ahead of Godlike, just breaking the line of sight, so that there's nothing Godlike can do about it. In 20 seconds now, this is GG.
It should well be. Trying to pull off Tobe as desperately as he possibly can with that secondary link, but even that pull will not get you that far. And this is going to be GG from Tobe. Nicely done. Locking it out 2-0 in the end. Like, good stuff from the old veteran, showing his skills off in the new game quite easily. And like, I think if he practiced for this tournament, he would have gone a lot further. I think he would have been first place, no problem. He's got such a good thinking brain. Like, he really manipulates people into thinking that they've gone somewhere else, and everybody's like double backing on themselves, thinking, has he gone to 50? Has he gone to 100? And then bam.
I mean, Tobe just picking up there. Tobe played that perfectly. As soon as it went 6-all with about 4 minutes left, Tobe kind of got a couple of frags and just pulled away. And you know, straight away, as soon as he got another 2 frag gap, it was straight away. He was just waiting for Godlike to push in, because Godlike had to force the issue there. Yeah. Obviously, losing the first map, you know, you can just sit in the corner and wait for the opponent to come to you. So Tobe shutting him off with a couple of really nice defensive combos and those flaks coming around the corner.
Yeah, and when
textbook play.
When you've got the stack control, and even if you're just a frag up, you know you've got lots of room to relax, because you always can have that positional control. You judge the fight. You know that they have to push into you, and that you can position yourself well enough. And the only time that it really gets uncomfortable is that if you're not ready for that push from them, and that's it. And so with a veteran player like Tobe, he knows that he's not going to get pushed into those equations so much. Apart from the 2 flak primaries that happened at the 100 armor, which did surprise him, and surprised me actually. I thought Godlike would have actually approached this a lot slower and just pick away at those stacks, but I think he just may have got frustrated, already been 6-0 down, and just went in for the headless chicken play, and it actually paid off really well for him, and that really gave him some foothold back into the game, and then gradually built up some control. But as soon as Tobe could find his own sort of nook and cranny to grab into, then it became such a close game.
I mean, props to Godlike. Like I said, halfway through the map, I mean, they were trading, you know, blow for blow. They were doing damage, and it almost seemed kind of really level playing field. But again, Tobe just kind of getting the right timing down with the power-ups, and Godlike, he played a really good game. Indeed,
he did. Anyways, we're going to quick break for the final. Me and Blair will be back very shortly. Stick around, guys. Final coming up soon. Hypno versus Dylan.